Geopolitical Simulator 5, and we're in a predicament now. So we have China, Iran, Russia, and North Korea as the biggest threats to our country. So when we have this predicament, and let me show you, supplier of weapons to terrorist organizations, and we have proof of that, and financial aid to political parties. So, supplier of weapons to terrorist organizations. So, that could actually be the cartels in Mexico, let alone this country could be used as a proxy by China, Russia, potentially Iran, and North Korea. So, we're going to bring this up to the UN. Actually, first, let's release the information. So we're going to release that. So next we're going to go to the UN, and we're going to provide proof, sufficient evidence of for sanctions, but we're not going to go after that. We're going to ask for military intervention because that poses a threat to our national security, and we can't just sit and let that happen when we have other countries that can use Cuba as a proxy.
Our infiltrated agents had the chance to carry out a sabotage operation. A sort of Bulgarian opening, if you'll allow me the analogy.
Okay, yeah, we'll sabotage their space center.
We have irrefutable evidence that this country is violating international conventions. This evidence should lead you to consider thoughtfully, what shall we do? Should we close our eyes, or should we reaffirm the rule of law? Given the systematic violations of which this rogue state is guilty, and which are unacceptable from the perspective of international law, I ask the Security Council to assume its responsibilities and authorize us to intervene militarily. We must hurry if chaos is to be avoided.
All right, so we'll just wait for the vote to come up. Meanwhile, we're going to position ourselves. Let's go to industry. Let's go to missiles. And we're going to increase production of missiles. Let's see how much we're spending. We're not spending anything in subsidies. So let's go with 8 billion. Alright, so we're going to come to a vote shortly.
Good morning! I didn't come empty-handed. In fact, I wanted you to see in order to submit to you this economic contract which, as you will see, is profitable for both.
Alright, so they want to sell us dairy products. That's not going to do much of anything. Actually, they can't even maintain their own supply and demand. So we're going to refuse. We'll offer
I'd
them
be
some
happy
champagne,
to.
and we're not going to even waste our time with them. We're just going to end that meeting. Now let's go to energy. Going to need more fuel. So let's look at the subsidy for that. So actually, we're going to go to Montana. And we're going to build some oil wells. Shale oil wells to be more exact. And of course, the vote comes up. So look at this. So no one is actually saying no, and that's surprising right there that they're going to side with us. And let's see who else. Surprising, China's not saying anything either. So let's cast our vote for pro, and let's proceed with the vote. All right, so the resolution has been accepted. All right, let's go to oil wells and let's see. All right, so that's good. All right, so it looks like we just have gas wells that's there and some hydrogen. All right, so let's build some more. Let's do 3 more. Let's try up here. All right, that's very good. All right, so we have 4 and we have 1 more. And we'll try right down here. All right, so we're done with building in Montana. Okay, we got money for the hurricane.
Our agents that have infiltrated this organization confirm their window of opportunity.
Okay, yep, go through with that. We'll meet with Saudi Arabia. All right, so now we're going to prepare to deal with Cuba. Let's send our commandos. Let's send our commandos to Orlando. So from Orlando, we're going to send them right into Havana. And actually, let's move.
We are going to attack this.
No, we're not attacking the Bahamas. Alright, let's move our nuclear submarine there. Now, the funny thing is, show you how unintelligent the AI is. Now, after that vote, and I saw this happening, you know an invasion is coming. And actually, I would just start attacking now. Alright, let's go right there. Send our commandos to Orlando. Send our submarines right around there. So the purpose of sending the submarines right around there is so when they start trying to send troops to Florida, we're going to sink everything
Morning. I didn't come empty-handed.
they
In
have
fact, I wanted
to
you to
try
see
to
in order to submit
penetrate
to you
that
this
area.
economic contract, which, as you will see,
All right, fuel. They produce 210 million. They use 79.4. Let's see. That'll cost us 112 billion. See, we want this price to be lower. So how about I actually didn't expect them to negotiate that
I'd
well.
be happy to.
Alright, so we'll see what that does. We really didn't want to buy more oil, but or fuel. What is our fuel? Yeah, we're severely under. So that was my reason for purchasing the fuel from them. Alright. Alright, so Japan, we're gonna give them 100,000. We're just gonna skip past that. Indonesia, we're gonna need them. Give them 100 grand too. Kenya. I'm gonna give them 250,000.
Prospective analysis, coupled with the Brown model on group psychotectonics, has allowed us to identify a potential ally.
No, we're not affiliating with terrorist groups. Alright, so before an invasion, what else do we need? We're gonna need some... We're gonna need cannons. Um... Gonna need some anti-missile batteries. And... Definitely gonna need some missile launchers. So let's put some missile launchers there. Gonna send some anti-missile batteries right outside of Tampa. Alright, gonna need some more commandos. Let's get some commandos from Fort Bragg. Fort Gordon. Alright. Get commandos from Fort Knox.
Our agents that have infiltrated this organization confirm their window of opportunity.
Alright, attempt to eliminate the head of state. Normally we wouldn't do this, but we're going to take into account what's going on in real life. So we're going to actually go ahead and accept this. And Fort Hood. Alright, let's see. Alright, anti-aircraft batteries. Alright. So what we can do is I'm gonna send that to Fort Stewart, and then they can just come down from there. Reduce the debt. Let's just go with 60 billion. Let's see. Alright, we can't send them that way. So let's send some cannons down to... Send them right there. Alright, and... Let's send 15 more aircraft.
We are going to violate this country's airspace.
Alright, we may back off a little and go up here.
Your commitment.
Alright, so we failed with our attempt for Iran. Maybe hopefully it'll get to I'll get the memo for that. Let's send some more there. Alright, let's go to the military. And how many mortar rounds can we produce? 106,000. So let's go with half of that. That's going to take too long. About 20. Oh, actually, I have to remember what year we're in. Oh, we are in 2027. And we're in June, so... Alright, so if we did 50... Oh, we would have that within a month. Oh, we're definitely doing that then. National holiday. Okay, we accept. Alright, let's go to our network. Alright, so we already have the cyber attack preparation. Okay. Let's go to that. Alright, so we're not going to launch a cyber attack just yet. Okay. Alright, so we made our deal. Alright, yeah, we'll leave that. I think I may have messed up. That may have just been 50 mortar rounds. Um, we'll find out though. All right. All right. So we kind of have everything in position. We're just going to move our aircraft carrier further away from the Bahamas so they don't get annoyed. Um, let's see. All right, we're gonna send. Okay, that's not gonna work. Alright, so let's move into position here.
Our infiltrated agents had the chance to.
Alright, so let's go ahead and gonna launch a cyber attack on Cuba. And we're gonna launch a military cyber attack too.
Duly noted. Copy that. Duly noted. Copy.
And once that goes through, we're just gonna start bombing them. Alright, we'll send aid to Uganda.
We rocked it. I will keep you informed.
Alright, so that's our cue. So let's pause this.
We're going to start fire. We are going to fire on.
Alright, so we have that part covered. Alright, let's hit the air base. Why is there one commando there? Alright, let's go there. Alright, so we're hitting that base there. Alright, it's more important to hit that base. And then, let's go to our Air Force. Alright, so that's being taken care of. And let's take care of that base. Alright, so let's start attacking.
We have strong suspicions that this organization is preparing to carry out an attack in the next few hours.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition.
Oh. They managed to get some missiles off. Alright, let's go and intervene.
It is impossible to penetrate their systems, and their terminals are too well protected. We aren't sophisticated enough to be a threat to them.
Are
But
you
don't worry,
kidding me?
they're not able to trace it back to us.
With your approval, I will order the immediate destruction of the foreign units present on our territory.
Yes.
Faced with the unacceptable attitude of this country, I suggest that you break up all diplomatic ties with it and close the 2 embassies.
Yep, I accept that.
These foreign forces have led an attack on our land. Our territory is under threat.
Our fiscal performance in the last quarter is poor and shows a deficit.
It hit hard. Transportation is paralyzed. Power stations are down.
Alright, so let's look at this. Yes, we're gonna adopt a offensive strategy. Alright, so look at that. We wiped out all their bases except for the one. So that preemptive strike was actually pretty good for the area around Havana. Alright, let's go and move to intervene. Oh, crap.
Our treaties with this country are worthless, and its position is unacceptable.
The package has been delivered.
Yep, that backfired.
The package has been delivered. Our armaments industry has worked.
My fellow countrymen and women, on this solemn day, I want to express my pride and affection. Today, while celebrating the history and genius of our beautiful country, I wish to remember what unites us rather than what divides.
We have to act quickly. I strongly advise you to officially call on all our allies to come to our aid.
Are we getting hit that badly? Alright, so France agreed to Alright, so they took over one of our oil wells. They took over our nuclear power plant. Alright, alright, so I did mess up some. Let's go here. Let me get a satellite over Havana. Alright, so we have them at bay in the Everglades area.
Your politics are on the right.
Our infiltrated agents had the chance to...
In a statement sent to the press, the
At the moment, our losses remain minimal. The
Oh man, we lost our reactor. Alright, let's deal with something here. Let's construct a refugee camp. We'll put one right there. Yeah, they blew up my reactor? Jeez.
The risk of radioactive contamination is high. The ground, water, plants, animals, men, nothing can escape the ionizing radiation. The affected region is going to fall victim to a major health, economic, and ecological crisis.
Alright. See, now we're really just gonna annex them. Alright, so let's... Alright, so that's the perfect time now. We managed to get everyone out. What? I lost my commandos. Alright, so I actually had them too close. So we're actually, let's see. Let's see how we're doing here. Alright, so we lost 1,200, they lost 8,000. So we are winning this war so far. I made a couple big mistakes where we really shouldn't have lost the amount that we did. But we're going to annex Cuba. We're not dealing with this. Which just proves why we needed to do this. Let's move that closer. Okay, Canada's joining us. Resident Chief of Staff. Yeah, we'll get rid of them. Alright, let's go in. Oh. Oh, so I didn't lose them. They decided to deploy on their own. Alright, so...
The population affected by the disaster is in a very precarious situation. Must have lost a lot and...
Do 2 million.
The total registered losses in our ranks are important. The
Alright, so Canada joined in pretty quick. I still have not seen France at all. France allegedly joined the conflict. Oh, they did. They took out almost 1,000. Alright, so let's get the Commandos and let's go into Havana. No, we're not going to take out. Alright, let's bring... Oh, that's where France is coming from. Alright, let's go here. So what's surprising is my approval rating never drops.
Will take place next week. Do you want to attend the ceremony?
Here is our growth forecast for the end of the year based on calculations that we made last month. This is a very good figure. Our economy is dynamic.
Okay, is our economy dynamic because of the war? Alright, where are my commandos? Don't tell me I lost all my commandos. Let's look at... Alright, so Cuba lost 11,000. Alright. Alright, yeah, we're up to that.
We are very optimistic as to the outcome of the war.
Okay. Oh, wow. Canada's like really coming through for us now. So we secured the Everglades. Victims 101,000. Alright, let's go here. Alright, we're going into the bunker.
The balance of power is rather in our...
Our enemies entered the building. We are...
Alright, so this could be over really quickly now. Alright, so how many days has this gone on for?
We have just taken the country's capital.
Alright, there you have it. How long has this been? 31 days. So we're... So we're going to make this the 51st state. What? You got to be kidding me. No. No. Full surrender. Alright, let's need to get some reinforcements there. Ah, never mind. They surrendered.
Our boys did a good...
It must be conceded that there...
You want to confirm the option. Yes. All right, so
It must be conceded that
all right. No, we are not doing that. We are going to integrate Cuba into our economy. Ill-advised, but we can't have anything like this potentially happening again, especially with another country being able to use them as a proxy against us.
It is with emotion and pride that I announce the capitulation of those who yesterday imagined that they would subjugate us. Let us celebrate our victory and come together to honor those who died for the greatness of our country.
$1,800. The war cost the nation 1.09 billion. Alright, so that's actually not too bad.
According to their analysis, our services believe that this conspiracy theory no longer interests the population. Therefore, we will archive the file.
No, we're not doing that yet. Alright, so we have taken Cuba. Alright, we still have that to deal with. Let's go with 0.5. And Somalia, no. Alright. There's decontamination.
Good morning. I didn't come empty.
Fuel. No.
I'd be happy.
Alright, let's end that. Alright, so what do we have here? Now, since we took this over, I think that gives us nickel now. Yep, sure enough does. So we can now produce nickel. And let's do like we do with everything else, we'll start off with 2 billion. So we have an air base there. Almost 500 million to repair. We'll do that. Radiation cleanup is done. Alright, we can send that back to base. And alright, so let's get some productivity out of Cuba. So let's do this. So we're going to construct a port. Yeah, 18 months is fine. And we'll call this port. Call that Port of Havana. And what else do we need to do? Alright, so we can actually... Alright, so we have copper mines, gold mines too. So I think I'm going to end this episode. This campaign was a complete success. Couldn't be happier. And we did sustain some losses. So lost a nuclear plant and caused a ton of radiation issues. Otherwise, not bad. Didn't really affect our economy too much. I mean, our unemployment went up. Yeah, we have gold mines, additional gold mines now, so. And zinc mines. A fuel refinery. Let me check one thing here. Didn't change too much. Trade balance went up. But all of these things can be corrected. So, alright guys, thank you again for the support for this channel. I think you guys may be happy with this campaign. We're just going to continue to build the country up. And let's see, one air base. Gonna have to repair that one. Alright, and I'm gonna have to repair that too. Have a naval base. Alright, so Has some repairs to make to a few military bases, but overall, not too bad. And Canada and France really pulled through. I'm surprised. So we're gonna keep our relationship with them strong then. So next episode we may try to build up stronger relations with France. So until then, see you soon.